Got a lot of things to find here. But I think it's about that time. Let's get this race underway. Here we go. Lude's going to start off in the sanctuary. We got 300 rupees there in the first chest. I didn't see...
Fighter sword.
Fighter sword right out the gate. That's always nice to find early.
Hey, that still leads them towards that Aga 1 seed start. All they need now is a couple keys, lamp, and a better, shorter cape.
Indeed. Let's see how this plays out here. Got a lot of different versions. Xirtanul already going to head. Looks like he's going to set up Houlihan Room early. Not a bad call in this case. Tree pull only dropping single rupees, so that's not going to help out very much. But let's see what Uncle's got.
Also might get to see Prize Crab.
We do only single rupees from the Hoarder. Cart container from Uncle, not too bad. Some early safety there. Not a bad thing to find. Could not see what was in the Lumberjack Cave. We've got a piece of heart there from Uncle's chest.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch Lumberjack either. We should see it on as another streamer passes to check it.
You know somebody's going to. But meanwhile, LewdDolphin now going to head into the Lost Woods. And Xirtanul, he is going straight to check Lake Hylia Island. That's an early surprise. Oh no, and we see heart container there. He's going to pick up some bombs while he's in town. Making sure he's prepped up for that. We find another piece of heart in the Lost Woods. So a lot of early health.
Healthy runs are actually pretty good. Helps you with a lot of the bosses at the beginning, especially as a newer runner. I always appreciate there's
Ooh, we got Lamp in the Forest Thieves hideout.
But the health buffs always help me out. I'm fairly new to running, so I've gotten better, but more health better.
Oh, and I think we have a small key hiding in the Lumberjack Cave. That could come into play.
Very well could. It very well could. I mean, it could be anything, though. It could be Ganon's Tower small key, or it could be the One Swamp Palace small key.
And Xirtanul now checking out the dam. That's an early check. Normally that doesn't come into play till later, but we'll see if that plays out. But we found a big key.
We also got Blonde's hut getting checked.
Oh, there's a small key to Ganon's Tower in the dam chest. Map to Thieves Town in the Thieves Hide in the Blind's hut. And that big key for Misery Mire. With that, Xirtanul's heading over to the Mini Moldorm Cave. 5 potential items in there. Not a bad place to check at all. So let's see what else we find here. LewdDolphin's probably going to be making his way over to the well. 5 more potential items.
He's actually going to check the bottle vendor first for bombs.
Yeah. Early on, having some extra bombs, not certainly a bad idea. And we've got a piece of heart in the tavern.
Yeah, I don't know if 3 bombs is quite worth 100 rupees, though, in my book.
No, definitely not. Oh, we got a small key to the castle tower there.
Ooh, that's what I want to see. I want to see another castle tower key. They need 2 to get all the way to Aga.
Oh, we got a big key to Turtle Rock in the well, and a small key to Skull Woods. So, well, helping a couple of keys in there.
Finding those 2 big keys for Mire and Turtle Rock early aren't usually exciting. That means you're at least going to have to single dip Turtle Rock. Might even have to double dip it. Turtle Rock and Pod seem to be pretty important in Keysanity. I've had to double dip those 2 a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. Those are tricky dungeons, so you want to make sure you have everything you need. Big 20 in the Chicken Shack. So we're not finding much early on. Let's see what else we have. We still got a few other places we can still check. There's the Ice Rod Cave, Agonist Cave, and of course the Eastern Palace area. So who knows what we'll find along our way.
Yeah, Eastern and Sahasrara. And for anybody who's not familiar with Keysanity, like he said earlier, not only are items randomized, but so are keys. So that means when they go into these dungeons, they aren't guaranteed to find the map, compass, and big key in the dungeon. It's all actual items now. They can literally be anything in the dungeons. So Eastern, for example, has 6 items. not just 3 like normal.
Xirtanul now going to check out the dungeon area of escape now after having that fighter sword. We've got a heart container in the libraries, so that doesn't quite pay off. We probably won't be seeing that picked up this seed. Let's see what the dungeon has. And we've got just 10 arrows in there. Lewd's not even going to bother checking. He's going to go ahead and just run the race and see what he can find there.
I like doing that in Keysanity because it's more likely you have an item on the race ledge than in normal mode, the open mode.
Absolutely, especially with the keys and stuff like that. We got Blue Tunic in there, so definitely a good choice.
Yeah, it ends up saving him probably like 2 to 3 seconds rather than going checking it and then having to run back and run it anyways, because he would have ran it for Blue Tunic.
We got Magic Cape in the second chest there in the dungeon. That's certainly helpful to find.
That means we're almost there. If they find one more castle tower key, it's game on for Aga 1.
Oh, the tease is real, folks. And what's even worse for Xirtanul is he does not have the lamp because he didn't go that way to the Lost Woods. So if he decides to run the sewer area, he's going to have to do it in the dark, which is not going to be fun for him at all. But let's see what he finds in Zelda's treasure chest here. Setting up a death warp. Gets his big key. It's one of the few big keys you're guaranteed to find there. And just a big 20. And yes, to answer your question in the chat, keys that are dropped by enemies are still the standard. Those have not been randomized, but any keys that would normally be found in chests, those are randomized. So you have to be prepared for that.
The only exception to the rule is the Skullwoods key that's in the Gibdo room, the Gibdo spike room. That one is still a small key to Skullwoods to get you out of that room when you drop down the hole.
Yep, they have to make sure you can get out of there. You can't. They don't want to risk soft locking you. And Xirtanul is making the gamble. He's heading into Agadam's Tower to see what he can find in there.
Well, he can't make it all the way through. There's 2 items in here, but he can't make it through the second door without another key. And the other issue is he would be doing the maze in the dark for the second item because he doesn't have the lamp yet. So it's definitely an interesting gamble.
And we find a compass for Palace of Darkness in there. Can't go much further, so he's going to go ahead and save and quit out and continue his search elsewhere.
Yeah, so for the people in chat, Aga's Tower is in logic right now, but only up through the dark maze. Until they find a second key, they can't actually progress past the dark maze to get into the rest of the tower up to the Aga fight.
Very true, but both Dude and Erior are on their way into the South Shore. They're checking the Mini Moldorm Cave now. Perhaps one of them makes a play on the Ice Rod Cave, which might have something for them.
That's true. They can also fake flippers to break logic a little bit. That's probably something they're looking at this point. The only other thing that they really have access to that they haven't checked is the basement chest in Hyrule Castle, and then Eastern. So I expect that to be, Lewd's already going towards Eastern as I'm saying that.
Yep, so we're going to see some new locations here very shortly. We'll see what we find hiding in Sir Hostela's closet, and of course the first 4 or 5 chests there in Eastern. So we're going to be seeing a lot of new items very quickly here. Xirtanul now picking up his lamp there in the Forest Thieves hideout. All right, Sir Hostela, what are you hiding from us this time? And also, we can get some information from him. He can tell us where the green pendant is, and it is in Swamp Palace.
Well, what that means is everybody, unless they find the big key and everything to go in early, I assume they're going to avoid that like the plague.
And we got 2 small keys for Turtle Rock hiding in there for Sir Hostela. So that's going to help a little bit. You want to get as many keys as you can there to clear through that. And what do we find in the Ice Rod Cave? It is Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl.
That just makes Aghanim even more likely now, because now they have access to the Dark World through that, though not much else. But let's see if that becomes the case as we make our way over to Eastern Palace.
The only thing they could find that would push them away from this being Aga 1 required is if they find gloves to at least get them up Death Mountain and into back of Sanctuary. Because right now, if Eastern doesn't have anything, they're running out of options quick as far as logic.
Very true. Either the gloves, both gloves, or at least one of them, and the hammer are required to access the Dark World. But let's see what we find here. Speaking of the hammer!
Alright, chat, focus. You don't want them to find the glove. You want them to find the other castle tower key.
We want the trollage. We want it to be real.
It's okay they have hammer. That'll just help them get up the tower quicker.
We'll see what happens here. Actually, Eriror is going to go ahead and check out the hobo. He is fake flippering. And we've got the big key for Tower of Hera in Eastern. And Hobo has the map for Turtle Rock.
There is one more spot that's in logic that they can get to, and that would be Zora. But not a lot of people like doing Zora.
Actually, Zora is currently not in the logic because they don't have the gloves.
Yes, you're right, gloves. Man, I'm used to having early gloves. I do expect, since he's fake flippering, he is going to go up to Zora's area and do the Moon Pearl glitch, though.
Makes sense.
Do the water walk.
Yeah, makes sense there. Found a big 20 again in Eastern Palace there on LewdDolphin's end. We don't have the big key, so we cannot check the big chest at this time, but that might come into play later. Let's see what Eriror finds in the Waterfall of Wishing.
So their last real hope is this chest right here that they're heading towards, that Lewd's heading towards.
Yep, 50 rupees and a 5-bomb upgrade in the waterfall. He's going to at least check the Zora ledge. He can't get to Zora yet because he doesn't have enough rupees for it, but we can at least see if it's worth coming back here for.
They do also have Aghanos Cave, I believe. I don't think anybody's checked Aghanos Cave.
No, they had not. Small key on the Zora ledge, so they're probably going to be coming back for that at some point once they find the flippers.
Apparently there is another water walking glitch off of where you can get that Zora ledge item. I have not learned it yet, but I've seen it done.
I have as well. I saw someone actually use that to get the mirror a couple of races ago, so we'll see. We got Power Glove!
So Aga 1, unless that key is required, is not necessarily required. Sad day.
But don't lose hope just yet, because there could still be an item in Aghanim's Tower. So even if Aghanim himself is not required, Aghanim's Tower could still be holding something.
My big hope is that that key is required. The lumberjack key.
We'll see soon enough. LewdDolphin now going to be checking the back end of Escape. 3 chests back there to check. And since they have the lamp, he might even route in... well, no, he doesn't have a key for it, and I doubt we're going to find one here. But let's see what we find. We have the compass for Desert Palace, the map for Skull Woods, and a small key for Ice Palace.
The small key for Ice Palace is actually really nice. That lets you route in pretty much the entire dungeon without the hook shot. As long as you know the bomb jump. It's actually one small key I like having early.
Indeed, LewdDolphin now going to head south. He's going to head over to the Desert Palace area, perhaps. Does I believe he's... Or has he checked South Sword? No, I think he has. So he's going to be doing that next.
I see chat commenting that somebody's hoping T-Rock plays nice. Well, T-Rock currently is playing nice, just because they've already found like 3 keys to it. I mean, that's already up to Laser Bridge. They only need one more to get to Trinex if they find all the items. So it's almost full clearable once they find the items already.
And we found a small key to Palace of Darkness there in the other half of Aghanim's Tower, so that's it for items there. And since we now know where Hammer and Gloves are, both in Eastern, ironically, it's looking less and less like we'll be seeing Aghanim this seed.
I'm surprised that they found that and they're still not. Oh, he doesn't have Moon Pearl yet. He's still looking for it. That's why Lewd hasn't made the dip in yet.
Yeah, he didn't find that. That was in the Ice Rod Cave. It's Dude who's got everything he needs. He'll probably be the first one to go Dark World. In fact, I suspect that's where he's going right now.
Error is actually heading into Aga Tower prior to heading into Eastern, so we'll actually get to see what the Dark Maze item is. And to answer chat, there's a lot of keys it could be. If T-Rock's required, it could be the 4th key to T-Rock, the one that opens the door to Trinex. It could be the 1 Swamp Palace key. It could be a key for Pod, which you need about 6 keys to full clear. That key literally could be any small key. For it to be kind of useless, it could be Misery Mire, Skull Woods, or Ganon's Tower.
All right, looks like Lewd is indeed heading to the Asteroid Cave. He's going to be picking up his Moon Pearl. Be pretty happy to see that. While Dude, like I said, is going to be the first person to head to the Dark World using the entrance over in Kakariko Village. You need the hammer and the gloves to access that.
We've got people in chat praying that the Lumberjack Ledge is small key to Swamp.
That should be interesting. And it looks like Dude is going to be heading over to Skull Woods. We'll
Did
see
you
what
catch?
we find him.
Did you catch what Error found?
No, I did not.
He death warped as soon as he found it, so I don't know what it was though.
We know that there's only a couple of dungeon items in Agonim's Tower, so it's probably nothing important.
I think they said.
We have bow. Dude found the bow in Skull Woods.
Okay, so small key Pod was the 2nd item in Agonim's Tower. Bow's a good find this early. That's usually an item that can troll you until later.
Yeah, but not this seed. 300 rupees there as well. Now, normally in open mode, that would be it because that's all the items, but this is Keysanity, so that is not the case here.
He's going to check as many chests as he can, which is right now is just the 1 more here back behind the Gibdos and the jellyfish.
All right, we've got a map check on LewdDolphin's side since we've only found the map for Thieves Town. That's the only crystal we know of. It's Crystal 3 there.
Oh, he got wall mastered trying to push the statue.
Gotta be careful of that. That's always tricky.
Well, it looks like Lewd's about to hit the bow as well.
Seems that way. And Dude's having some trouble with those Gibdos. They're not playing nice with him today.
With Fighter Sword, it takes so many hits to kill a Gibdo. If he really wanted to get rid of him, though, he could with Hammer. It only takes 3 to 4 hits. I see this question in chat. Keysanity doesn't necessarily have a better chance at pedestal. I've ran quite a few, and I've not had a Keysanity pedestal seed yet. The best thing I've ever had from pedestal was silvers.
Also, another thing to note is that while the music in the dungeons may normally give you a hint as to if it's a crystal or a pendant, in this case it is not. So even if the music says crystal dungeon, that may not actually be the case. So be aware of that.
That is true. The only way in this mode that you can tell is by finding the map for the dungeon. That'll light it up on your map. Otherwise, if you've noticed, you haven't seen any of the runners do a map check. That's why, because the map, without finding the map for that dungeon, doesn't show whether it's a crystal or a pendant.
Indeed. Dude now doing the check over at the Bumper Cave, only finding the Bloomerang there. Nice, not too bad, but not worth going to get, especially since he doesn't even have the magic cape yet. So instead, he's going to head over to the Village of Outcasts and check out that area. Maybe even do a run-in on Thieves Town.
GT Big Key is see this in chat too. GT Big Key is a possibility. Most trolley seed I've actually had was we found the GT Big Key in Pod, and the Pod Big Key was in GT.
And dude now finding Master Sword in the Sea House, so he has now got his second sword upgrade. We'll see what else he finds here in the village. And Lude is now on his heels, also checking the Bomber Cave. Going to see that Bloomerang in there. While dude checking out the bombable hut. Let's see what he finds in there.
And dude has Mastered Sword.
I just mentioned that. So let's see what we got in here. We've got a small key to Thieves Town. Oh, good timing.
Yeah, I'm paying more attention to chat than the video, so I missed him picking that up in Sea House.
All right, next up for dude is going to be the chess game. Let's see what he finds hiding in there. We find a single bomb and... Ooh, someone call Phantom Ryu, because that's got to be Kane. We had a Death Mountain check, the Big 20 in the Spectacle Rock Cave.
And he's Ether in Thieves Town. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they haven't found Thieves Town Big Key, so they're only going to be able to check these first 4 chests. Or did I miss that and they have found it?
And I don't think they found the key. Oh, big key for Desert Palace hiding in there as well. That's interesting.
Yeah, so they're only going to be able to check, even though they found the Thieves Town small key, they're not going to be able to get past these 4 chests at the beginning until they find the Thieves Town Big. Yeah,
you need the big key to progress in Thieves Town. But you never know. You know, sometimes the trolliest thing a randomizer can do is to put an item in its vanilla location. In this case, that does include the big key. Let's see what we find here. There's a heart container. And what's our last item here? It is just a single rupee. And Xirtanul finding Mountain Dew in the sewers of Escape.
So them finding that first bottle they'll probably go check the Sick Kid. And the Lude and Dude haven't been able to check that yet because they haven't went and checked the Escape for that bottle. Be interesting to see if Sick Kid actually has something. I haven't seen him have much ammo seeds as error checked yet.
Wait, what was that?
Has error checked Sick Kid yet?
I don't think he has. But he's going to be heading over to what I like to call the Prince Cave. This used to be the Hype Cave, but it's not as hype as it used to be. So,
ooh, big key from Sick Kid to Swamp.
Ooh, nice find for Xirtanul.
Hook shot.
And hook shot. Nice. Triple bombs, 50 rupees, a map to Tower of Hera, and a small shield. So pretty hype cave, I'd say. Also, dude found the map to Tower of Hera, or in the digging game. Now he's going to check out Stumpy while Xirtanul is making his way over to the desert area. Probably going to be checking out Agnes Cave here shortly. And it looks like it's blue pendant at pod.
Xirtanul is still looking for Moon Pearl. He still hasn't been over to Ice Cave yet. Ice Rock Cave.
Yeah, seems that way. So he's a little bit behind. But then again, he might find something the others have not.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, right after he did Mini Moldorm, he went and fake flippered, right?
I believe so, yeah. And we find the big key to Eastern Palace hiding in Agnes Cave.
That's actually a pretty good find in Agnes Cave. That's usually something people don't check late until they have access to desert area, like actual desert palace.
Yep. Must not be anything on the pyramid because Eriror just checked and he saved and quit out, so he's not picking anything up.
I expect Lewd and Dude, because they found Bow out of Skull, they're probably going to take the first dip into Pod. Because Pod, especially in Keysanity lately, has held a lot of good items.
Absolutely. That's definitely not a bad play to make. We shall see Siri shortly because it looks like Lewd, he's going the other way around. He's going to be picking up some bombs and probably heading the other way. We'll see. We got crystals. Okay, crystals 5 and 6 are at Turtle Rock and Eastern Palace. So Eastern Palace is one of the big Pyramid Fairy crystals.
That's pretty good. That makes Fat Fairy a lot harder than having Turtle Rock as one of them.
I question why Xirtanul's going into Eastern. He's already been here because he's got the hammer and the gloves, and he doesn't have the bow. I guess he's going to check the big chest. That's about all he can do at this point.
Yeah, we know it won't pay off for him. He's just got to remember the Ice Rock Cave exists.
And the 3 other runners are all pretty much making the same play. They're heading up to Death Mountain. I didn't get to see this earlier. What did the old man have? He had a small key to Turtle Rock.
So, if I'm not mistaken, that gives us all 4 required keys for Turtle Rock. So, as soon as they find cane and rods, it's fully beatable.
Yeah, and we also, in the big chest, was a small key to Palace of Darkness. So that's more access to that going down as well.
That's still not a bad find. It looks like Xirtanul's finally on the right track, though. He's heading in the general direction he needs to be going in.
And I see triple bombs there on Spectacle Rock. Not going to be seeing that much. But now that Eriror has that hook shot, he's going to be heading to East Death Mountain, checking out the Paradox Cave and the Spiral Cave. Not a bad call to make. And maybe even taking a dip into Tower of Hera.
They did find Big Key for Tower of Hera, so they can actually go in and go all the way through Boldorm. So that's 5 items that they can get out of Tower of Hera.
Not a bad call to make here. Works out really good for them. So let's see what the Paradox Cave has to call. I call this the New Hype Cave in open mode, but it's going to be even more essential here. And Xirtanul finally making it to the Ice Rod Cave and finding his Moon Pearl.
Flippers.
Oh, we found flippers. Nice find. Nice spin slash there from Eriror. Finds a piece of heart. Big 20. And on the other side, we find triple bombs, arrow upgrade, and 10 arrows. So nothing in Paradox Cave aside from those flippers. That's an interesting thing.
And falls to the bomb jump. Now, what do you think on saving time? How many attempts do you give a bomb jump before you give it up?
I'd say 3 attempts at most.
For this jump, the other direction to me isn't that slow. If I miss it on the second attempt for falling or moving backwards, I usually give it up. But it's just because it's such a short distance just to go back in the front of the cave. Lonely Island has a small key.
Oh, we might be seeing that then. And he's going to make the play into the Spiral Cave, and since they don't have the boots, it's the Walk of Shame.
They do have a hook shot, though, so that makes this cave a heck of a lot easier.
And LewdDolphin opting not to check the Spiral Cave. He's going straight to Tower of Hera.
He may come back.
Oh, most likely. Especially if it's an item. We'll find out here in just a second if it's worth it.
I'll route this way sometimes if I want to risk the chance that maybe Tower of Hera has the Titan's mitts.
Yeah, but thankfully, Spiral Cave doesn't pay off. It's only a heart container there, and we find a compass in the first room there in Harrow. Not going to pick that up because compass for these guys is utterly useless. The compass in Keysanity mode only tells you what items you have in the dungeon, and there's a big 20 there in the upper chest. So time to head upstairs.
Yeah, enemy compass equivalates to finding a single green rupee in this mode. And we're heading up the Tower of Hera. We got 3 more items left. So far, oh, small key.
Small key to pod. Not bad. And let's see what the big chest has. Another small key to Gannett's Tower.
Interesting, he just takes the fall. I guess he doesn't know the bomb jump, and they don't have boots.
Truth be told, it's kind of hard to set that bomb jump because of that fireball that constantly goes around. So you kind of have to set the bomb jump going in, but not out.
Looks like we have 1 to 2 people doing vanilla checks on it.
All right, LewdDolphin now heading up to take on Troll Dorm, as we like to call him, because if you've played this game before, you know how much of a troll this guy can be.
Let's see if he falls. Fighter sword, that's 5 hits.
Some players opt to do hammer strats on Troll Dorm because it's a lot easier to hit, and you don't have to deal with the fast Moldorm, but he gets through just fine. No troubles at all. Let's see if Dude has any better luck.
So Master Sword spins is the same as Hammer then.
Yep, and we got Powder and a Crystal for Tower of Hera. We've got Powder, so that opens up Magic Bat now. We'll see if the Bat Cave has anything.
And that's funny, because with the whole way up, Light Death Mountain, the only thing they've really got is Powder and Pod Smokies that really open up anything to them. There really hasn't been too much on the tower, or on the mountain.
No, not much yet, but Lude now going to make his way over to the Spiral Cave since he didn't check that earlier. I don't think Dude checked it. He's going to skip out on it, but thankfully we know that's not going to be a huge loss for him.
Where's Dude heading?
That's a good question. Is he heading back into Agadam's Tower?
He could. I don't know if he checked. I don't think he's checked either item up there.
Either that or he's going to head into the sewers and pick up his bottle of green goo. No, he's going to Agadam.
Yeah, I don't think he's even been up here at all, so he's got 2 items up here. He'll probably be happy to see that key for Pod. It looks like Lude's gonna go use flippers and go check Hobo Island and Zora area.
We know he's going to at least get the key out of it. We don't know what Zora has, though, so that could be some potential advantage for Lude. We'll see how that plays out for him.
Cape was in the first chest in regular escape.
And that's something only a couple of our runners, or actually all everyone but Dude has checked that, so he's the only one. And we're gonna have a Spike Cave check here on Eriror's side. We'll see if that plays out for him.
Okay, so Dude hasn't checked any of it. Dude hasn't checked any of the.
No, he's not.
Yet. That's interesting. He went straight to Dark World without even checking escape.
And piece of heart there in the Spike Cave cut that one a little close there, but he was able to get through. And let's see what Lude finds as he heads up to the Zora area.
Well, we've already seen most of Zora area earlier. The only thing we don't know is what Zora's actually holding. And it's probably likely a life lesson at this point.
Very true. Though it could also, we also don't know what small key is waiting. We know there's a small key in the ledge, but we don't know which one. So that's still going to be worth picking up.
Definitely true. Looks like dude may be making, yep, he's making the pod play.
Not a bad play at this point.
Think he's got about 4 keys.
That'll get him through most of pod without too much trouble. You never know what he might find in there. He may be able to go further. We shall see. But before that, he's going to have to pay a visit to everyone's favorite little extortionist, Kiki the Monkey. 110 rupees down the drain. Let's see what Zora has. Bombos!
Definitely not a life lesson this time. That's actually really good. So that's potential Ice Palace access now.
Not to mention, it could be one of the 2 medallions we need for either Turtle Rock or Misery Myers, so certainly not a bad find.
Ooh, dude took it down.
And it's a small key to Turtle Rock there for Lewd.
Alright, so we must have only found 3 keys to Turtle Rock, and that's the 4th.
Yeah, but Eriror found another key to Palace of Darkness from the Magic Bat. So that'll come into play later. That opens up a little more access for him.
That's actually really good for Eriror, because if he finds all the other keys to pod before heading in, that means he can literally do everything but Big Key Chest and Helmasaur. Which is a lot of potential items. I think there's 14 total items out of pod in Keysanity, and he can get 12. And at this point, I'm feeling more and more like pod is where they want to be. We have Lewd going to check the 2 chests in Aga Tower as well.
Yep, getting those 2 items while you can. You definitely don't want to neglect those in case they have anything important. We know they don't have much, but there are a couple important items, and there is at least 1 important item in there. So definitely don't want to forget that.
Yeah, he's going to be happy to go there and get that key before going to pod. I mean, all of them are going to be happy that they routed it that way. I'm actually surprised that with the items they have, that he actually decided to go here before pod. And we got Dude about to find his Zora area items, including the Bombos and the small key.
Yep, and Eriror going to be checking out the Skull Woods. He's going to be getting his bow here very shortly. He's going to be happy to find that. And it looks like LewdDolphin's going to head over to Eastern Palace. He's going to be able to full clear that because I'm pretty sure you got the big key for it. So he's going to be able to finish that up. Who knows what he could find along the way.
Where was Big Key for Eastern Palace? I thought that was the one that Xirtanul got out of Agana.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, he's heading to pod. He's just going the back way in.
That's smart. Like I said, that's the play I would make at this point with the items he's got. Xirtanul, once he finds the bow out of Skullwoods, he may go full clear Eastern. I mean, he only has just Armos left, but that still could be potentially a crystal. Well, it is a crystal. And it's 5 or 6, so... But I'm excited to see what's in pod, because I think pod's going to hold the progression that they need to go a little bit farther forward.
And there's the bow for Xirtanul. Probably happy to find that one. He does, because you know, again, like you said, that control you really hard. And Eriror taking it dead. They just cannot get into pod. Or no, where was Eriror going? He was going. Oh, he was in Skullwoods. He probably took a death warp. It's LewdDolphin that's going into pod right now. Let's see what the Palace of Darkness has for us today.
I'm guessing that hidden in here is going to be Titan's Mitts. That's happened to me in a lot of seeds, actually, where Titan's Mitts are in pod.
Makes sense at this point. There's a lot of items to find here, and we haven't found much regression lately, so let's see what we find here. First chest, big key for Ganon's Tower.
All right, well, that won't be trolling us this seed.
No,
Sadly.
no, it will not.
We still got a few items left to troll. We still got both rods. We still got flute that could possibly be a troll if Meyer is required. And mirror. And to answer in chat, PED can be a required key, but it's highly unlikely.
It's becoming less and less likely as this seed goes on, so we may not even see a pedestal check unless we find the book before the fire rod.
I mean, it just really depends on which dungeons are required, because I think the only small key that they don't have that could be required is Swamp. But even then, that's green pendant, so unless something's hidden behind it.
We shall see. Let's see what else LewdDolphin finds here in Pod. He's going to set the bomb there, and he finds Titans, bitch! You called it!
It just seems like this Keysanity. I found it there probably 3 or 4 seeds, and Quake right behind it.
Yep, getting the bacon coin there. So that, and he's got all 3 medallions, so no matter what, he is covered for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. That's a really good find for him.
I don't know if that's just the way the logic's been breaking, but the last, I think, 4 or 5 seeds I've done, Titan's Mitts has been inside pod. And it's usually been early pod, too, within the first 5 chests.
Yeah, it definitely seems that that's the case here. All right, so we're going to continue on through Palace of Darkness. There's got a couple items in the back. I don't know if we found the big key yet. Now it'll determine what other items we find here.
And Xirtanul just now found his Master Sword.
All right, I think they do have the big key because Lewd is setting up to get to the big chest. And we find... Tempered Sword! Nice find!
I think
That's going to make...
Did he ran out of his keys to... Yeah, he ran out all of his keys. He's gonna have to do the hammer jump in order to get over to the big key ledge. I think that's what he's doing, even if he doesn't have it.
Yeah, well, we found the compass for Terahara. We know that's useless now, and another arrow upgrade. So yeah, getting as many rupees as he can, even though he doesn't need much anymore, since we know he's already checked Zora. So let's see what his next play is.
So now, if he does this hammer jump, would you consider this a sequence break?
Yeah, difficult to say, because we know where all the keys are. It's just that he's missing one. So I'd say no.
Yeah, I think we actually know where every key is for except for big key.
Yep, he does not have the big key, so he cannot check the big chest, but he can check the 2 chests in the Dark Maze, so that's still not a bad call to make. And there's a 10 bomb upgrade in the first chest there. Let's see what's in the other chest there in the back end. And we find just a piece of heart. So he is done. So all we found were the Titans emits. Still helpful, but not quite what we were looking for. We're still looking for more items at this point.
And Xirtanul's death warping out of Thieves' Town.
And I'm going to step out for a second. I got to take care of something. I will be right back in just a minute.
Alright, I'll try to keep you guys company. We got Dude picking up his Tempered. So he's right behind the checks Lewd just made. Lewd's on his way up to Dark Death Mountain. He'll have Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave. So that's another 6 items for him to check that we have not seen yet. So we'll see if we have anything good up there. He doesn't need to check Medallion for Turtle Rock, but he can enter it if he feels like it. This is not 2v2. It's just 4 different runners running the same seed. For the dailies, we do 4 runners.
And I'm back, just in time for the Super Bunny Cave, it seems. And we've got a map for Misery Mire and Literacy. Uh-oh.
Well, we can find out if it will be a pedestal required seed now. I hope one of them checks it after finding the book.
Would be interesting, but in the meantime, Lude's going to start with the Hookshot Cave. We've got 4 potential items here. There's a hard container. Always a nice find. And we find Big 20. Piece of heart. And another Big 20. So Hookshot Cave not having much, but there is still the floating island, which we know has a key.
So, Ram made a good point with the items they found, with him finding the book. They actually do have access to Desert Palace now. They just won't have access to the torch item. And I don't think they found Small Key yet either.
Ooh, LewdDolphin getting a fairy right before the Spike Cave. That works out really well for him. They're going to need that. Oh, we're going to be getting a Turtle Rock check here on Dude's side. What medallion is required? It is Quake.
So we did have a question out in chat about the trackers. Our 2 trackers are Dude and JR Biff.
Yep, shout out to them. They're doing a fantastic job keeping up with all the action here. All right, so Dude has opened up Turtle Rock. He's not going to go in yet because he doesn't have much to check. But he at least has that open to come back later. Not a bad call. And it looks like Lude is going to make the play on Desert.
He's making the play on Desert, and I also don't think he's checked the Agonist Cave. I think Xirt's still the only one that's checked it. So he's probably going to hit that right now, which will get him the Eastern Palace Big Key.
Yep, and since he has the bow, he can turn around and full clear Eastern after that. So this works out really well for LewdDolphin.
Yes, it's very good routing. He'll be able to go and full clear 2 different dungeons. I don't think we know what Desert is yet, do we? It says it's a crystal, so I'm guessing since we found out what the pendants were, it's just going to be a regular crystal. So that's 2 crystal dungeons down.
Yep, certainly works out in his favor there. So, yeah, and one thing I've always said is good routing can make all the difference. And remember, we don't know what our other runners are doing right now. We've got 27 people in this race right now. Who knows what they're doing as we're watching these 4?
Yeah, as we're watching these 4, I don't know whether I'll put Lude or Dude ahead, but they're definitely probably a little farther ahead of Error, and Xirtanul's probably just a little farther behind the rest of them. He just found the Moon Pearl so late that he's still playing catch up.
All right, Lude now making his way into Desert Palace. So we're going to find out what items are hiding in here, more specifically what's on that torch, if the boots are going to be required at all. High chance, given the fact that, with Keysanity, there's a lot more items that can be located there.
Big key for Skull Woods out of the first chest in T-Rock.
Ah, not a bad find there. And we find, some blue potion there. That's always helpful. And that's his first bottle. He never got the one out of the escape, so that works out for him.
Also, to mirror something that Ack just said in chat, the big key spot in T-Rock has been kind of trolly the last few seats. There's another big key, and that's the Dark Palace big key right there.
Ooh, kid key for Pa. Nice find.
But the vanilla big key location in T-Rock has been pretty trolly, because you usually do not want to waste a key on it. But the last couple times it's had stuff like Fire Rod or, another key item that you have to go get, and it's out of the way too.
Also, we did confirm that there were silver arrows on the torch. That is harsh.
Yeah, not having the boots. I wonder where the boots are then.
Yeah, they might want to go back for those later. I mean, they have tempered swords, so if they have to do silverless, they can. It won't be too difficult, but if you know how to get the silvers, you probably want to go and get those at some point.
That's a possibility the boots are in GT. And if they are, they'll never find them. Like, when they go into Go mode and they go up GT, they're not going to look in a single chest in Keysanity because they already have the GT big key.
Pretty much. It's going to be straight on in and straight on up. And best, they might see if they have to find any more keys for it, but not likely. All right, so LewdDolphin now getting ready to take on Landmolus. So we're pretty much watching Lewd and Dolph and Dude to see what items we're going to find here, because those are the only two new locations we're seeing right now.
I think somebody's hoping for this. I don't think we missed it. Somebody said Castle Tower Key in Turtle Rock.
Ooh.
But I didn't see. Did he go check the Vanilla Big Key location?
I don't know if he did check that one chest. Now, bear in mind, they don't have the mirror, so they're not going to be able to check the Mimic Cave, so that's going to be one potential item they missed. But they have the big key for Turtle Rock, so let's see what the big chest has. Just 10 arrows. Not much there.
You think Dude grabbed that from Vanilla Big Key? Okay. If he grabbed that from Vanilla Big Key, then AGA 1 could be potentially required because of that small key on the ledge on Lumberjack. But even then, they still have to find boots.
Yeah, so we'll be keeping an eye out for that. LewdDolphin now making his way over to Eastern Palace. He's going to full clear that now that he's got that big key. He's going to check to see what's in the big chest, which we know is a small key. And then he's going to make his way over and finish off Armos Knights to see what they have. All right, Dude is now making his way over to the laser bridge. Now, once he does this, he's going to head out because unless he just happens to find both rods in the laser bridge, there's no chance he's going to have what he needs to finish this.
Looks like he was having a little trouble getting his pad to go the right way. He did a couple loops that you don't normally do in that room. And we got a death on Xirt's side.
I think that was an intentional one. I think that was a death warp.
Death warp out to the outside of pod. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though he's not saving quitting. I wonder if he's going to check Pyramid or Catfish.
Yeah, Catfish hasn't been checked yet. That could potentially be something, so we'll see. In the meantime, Dude is now over at the laser bridge. He's going to set up the safety since he's dangerously low on health. And then he's going to make his way through to see what he finds there.
Yeah, with regular magic, low hearts, and, well, there's the death already. And I was going to say, no real form of safety, not even the shield. He's going to have to set that up. He'll probably die a couple times attempting to get all 4 chests.
All right, you find 10 arrows in the first chest there. Falls off the ledge, unfortunately, and takes another death.
I think on average, when I enter this room with about the gear they have, I take like 3 to 4 deaths trying to get all these chests.
All right, Xirtanul opting not to take the pyramid item there. We got a 5-arrow upgrade there in the second item, but he's going to take another death here, unfortunately.
It looks like the red Igors are trolling Lewd a little bit.
Yeah, looks like it. Those guys are not playing nice with him today. But he gets through, and he's on his way to the Armos Knights.
Now let's see if he gets the quick kill. Looks like he's setting for it.
Oh, we found a small key to Desert Palace. That's not bad. Not necessary at this point, but that means 2 more potential items to find. And he finds a small key to Tower of Hera. Well, that's useless at this point.
Not necessarily. Basement, there still could be something in basement.
Fair point. Fair point. I did not see what the Armos Knights dropped.
I didn't catch it either. That's actually pretty trolly after you already have cleared area to get the small key. It puts it in the back of your mind the basement may have an item. Yeah, I'm gonna hope, just for chat's sake, that basement has boots for Hera.
Ooh, that would be trolly.
Because I know chat wants to see some kind of troll. It doesn't even have to be a super troll, just something.
And LewdDolphin is making the play on Ice Palace. He's got the Bombos Medallion. He's got the hammer and the hook shot. He can full clear it. Or at least get all the items out of it.
I think technically boots can't, somebody made a comment boots can't be on pedestal. I think technically they still can. The only dungeon that actually I think requires boots is desert. In this mode, that's not even required.
Absolutely. So there's a very good chance it could be there. And let's see what, or if we find an Ice Palace here. First chest in, we find triple bombs. Not much there.
Yeah, the Ice Palace routing that he gets to do in this mode of Keysanity is very, very nice. He gets to do the bomb jump, and since he's already found that small key, he's going to route in over on the, where all the items are, and skip a huge portion of the middle of the dungeon, where there's literally nothing.
Nice quick kill there on the Stalfos and their Ice Palace. You know, this is going to be a key here.
And he's already got the switch for the bomb jump, so that's what he's going to attempt first.
One of the most important bomb jumps you'll ever learn. If you're going to ever speedrun this game, you need to master that particular bomb jump first before anything else.
The trickiest thing about that one is even when you think you have it, it's so specific to a pixel, you can still miss it. That bomb jump's actually a lot trickier than it looks. Alright, now we're going to see a quick get of items though from him. He's going to pick up 3 to 4 items fairly quickly here.
Let's see what he finds here as he gets set up here for this specific room. And we find a map to Desert Palace. Not really necessary at this point, but yeah. And upstairs he finds a big key to Thieves Town. Oh, well, that just opened up.
Yeah, so that's probably what he'll head after this. That's another 3 to 4 items in Thieves Town he can get with the equipment he's got. He can full clear that, kill blind, and get the pen or the crystal. So that's probably going to be his next play.
You know, we're getting big 20 there from that chest. So all that's left now is that one chest in Ice Palace. Unless he's got the big key. In that case, he can also... Oh, no, he's got 2 more chests. 2 to 3 more chests, depending on whether or not he actually has the big key. Which he does not, so he's not gonna be able to get the big chest, but he can check 2 more other chests to see what items he has there.
And it always... Oh, there's flute.
Ooh, the flute! Oh, and someone says they found Fire Rod.
He must have found Fire Rod in Desert.
Yeah, East Side Desert Palace, so that's interesting.
Where was the small key for Desert at?
I forget exactly. I think it might have been Turtle Rock.
Okay. So they routed here the first time and then had to double back to get the fire rod. That's pretty good.
That's going to give Lewd incentive to come back there later because he, once he finds the boots, he can kick both those up. That'll come in handy for him. So nice, good routing, even though he doesn't realize it yet.
Well, it might actually be bad for Lewd because he's actually finished Desert already.
True, but he also knows there's 2 chests over there that he hasn't checked. So if he goes back further for the fire rod, he'll be more inclined to pick it up if he finds the boots first. There's half magic. Nice time to find that.
Oh yeah, half magic for Cold Stare makes Cold Stare. Well, he doesn't have fire rod. It'd be more important if he had that. The only thing I'm worried about Lewd going back to Desert is he might put that in the back of his mind because he's already got that crystal until he runs out of progression. Because that's the way I am in these seeds. Like, he's about to finish this and he hasn't got the Ice Palace big key chest. If he finds the Ice Palace big key then later, yeah, I mean, it's going to be in the back of his mind that could be a required item if he's still looking. But, like, I'd put it off until I have no more progression to do.
Well, for Ice Palace, that does make sense because that takes a long time to check. But Desert Palace, that's a pretty quick check, especially now that he's got the flute. He can get back there really quickly. He might be more inclined to go back there at least, especially, again, if he does have the boots. Knowing that the silvers are there, he might be more inclined to get them both.
Yeah, that's true. But that's still assuming we find the boots fairly quickly.
Well, he's working on Cold Stare now. Let's see what Cold Stare has on him. Maybe he's got something. All right, takes down Cold Stare there, and we've got just a big 20 on him. But he does get his next crystal, so that's 4 for LewdDolphin now. Quite the lead he's got going on here.
Chad just came up with a good sequence of events for us. They want boots to be on Ped with Ice Rock Rod and Swamp, and the Swamp Key on Lumberjack. But that's not the only reason that's not possible is because Swamp Key can't be in Lumberjack if boots are required. Because you can't get pedestal off of boots. Or boots off of Ped, sorry.
Good effort. Have some steak.
I think the only item that can still be on pedestal, well, it can't be mirror or boots, so it could be ice rod or key. I think that's what you need to hope for. It can be ice rod or key. But it can't be Swamp Key on pedestal.
All right, LewdDolphin now activating his flute. Going to be getting that very soon here. So, ladies and gentlemen, for LewdDolphin, the goose is loose.
And there goes Swag Duck. We got Swag Duck popping up in chat.
Oh, yeah. Got to get the Swag Ducks in there. And he's going to take this opportunity. He's going to head it over back into the Dark World on this side. Like I said, he's got that big key for Thieves Town, so that's likely going to be his next stop. And he's going to find out what other items await for him in there.
Yeah, this is the best play. After this, don't know if he has... Well, since he has Flute, he can actually go check Mire area now. So that's probably going to be his next play, and then he might dip back into Desert, especially if he finds Mirror.
Again, that's still dependent on whether or not he actually finds the boots. Again, that will incentivize him to go back there.
Well, if he finds Mirror, I expect him, even without the boots, to go check the 2 chests if he's still looking.
That's very true.
But that's only if he doesn't find the mirror and he goes checks my area, he's going to end up save quitting, and he might not go back to that side until he can clear something. just depends on how much of Goose Chase they're on, because to be honest, they still haven't checked a lot of Overworld 2. They have access to Save Quit Blacksmith strats and the Purple Chest. Did they check Hammer Pegs? No, or did they not have? They didn't have Titan Smiths, did they, when they were over there?
No, but Lewd might check that since he's right nearby here, so that might be his next check after Thieves Town.
Yeah, because he can go check that, but then in order to do Blacksmith and stuff, he's going to have to do the Save Quit strats.
Alright, let's see what we find upstairs here. There's a small key for Skull Woods. Ooh, that opens up a few. That's another potential, especially if we do get that fire rod soon. And since Lewd does have the small key, he will be able to check the big chest, which might also have something. So that works out for him pretty well.
So it looks like Eriror is about to head into to Desert. He will be finding the fire rod shortly, it looks like.
Meanwhile, Dude is heading to the Armos Knights, and Xirtanul right on his heels on that one, heading into Easter Palace as well. So that works out for both of them getting their next crystals there. That's crystal number 2 for Xirtanul and 3 for Dude. Let's see what the maiden has hiding in her treasure chest. And we find a map to Ganon's Tower.
The literal most useless map.
Pretty much. Hey, he's getting his hammer ready. He's got that key. He's going to check the big chest. Let's see what that has hiding for him.
That map actually makes me sad when I find it.
Oh, just a big 20. So the last, whatever item is on the line is going to make the difference here, I think.
Yeah, because if he doesn't find anything off of blind, the back of Thieves Town had absolutely nothing. Just a crystal for his efforts. Which, then I do expect him to probably do some of that overworld checking. He still can't check a lot of it, though, without Boots and Mirror, though.
So LewdDolphin now taking on blind. It's 9 hits guaranteed regardless of what sword you have, though with the Temperate Sword, he does have a little extra range to work with, so that'll make the fight just a slightly bit easier. A very nice quick fight there for LewdDolphin. What does blind have? Just a bomb upgrade, so Thieves Town was a complete waste.
So for him, his options are Desert Palace, Lumberjack, the Purple Chest, Peg Game, and after that he'll start running out of options. Desert Palace will open up once he goes back to Desert and gets Fire Rod, though. That'll open up Skull Woods and a couple other places to check.
So Dude now making his way back over to Pod, since they've got the big key for it. He's going to full clear it, at least check the big chest, maybe even defeat Helmassar King to see what item he has. And looks like LewdDolphin's going to stock up on some potions since he's had to use a few.
Here's another good troll to hope for. When he gets the Fire Rod, you can hope that he has to go back up to T-Rock, go to that right side for the Fire Rod room, and then get those 2 chests, and that'll lead him somewhere to get the last key for Turtle Rock to make him triple dip Turtle Rock.
Ooh, that's harsh. But for now, he's going to head over to the Mire area. We're going to see what pendant is required for that. And then, of course, we're going to see, oh, he's going to open right into Misery Mire. And it's also Quake Medallion, so Quake needed for both dungeons. And Eriror with a quick kill on Land Molas there gets his piece of heart and his second crystal, so he's in good shape right now. And Lewd's going to make the play into Misery Mire. He's not going to be able to check much because he doesn't have many keys, but we'll see what he finds. Maybe he'll find something in there.
I'm actually curious how many keys are required for Misery Mire, because there's only There's 2 free keys, and you don't have to use them on the doors that they're beside.
I think there's only 1 or 2 keys that you could find, so I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal for him. We'll see how it plays out. You still need the big key, which I do believe they did find.
I think he can still, even with only the 2 keys in here, I think he can pretty much full clear all the items out of it.
Oh,
boots.
das Boot!
Boots were in Meyer.
Well, even though he doesn't have the mirror, that does incentivize him to go back into desert now. He can pick up the silvers and his fire rod, so that works out really good for him. The big chest was a small key to Hyrule Castle, so that was the extra key needed for the dungeon area, for the sewer area.
Yeah, Lewd is, Chad's got a point. Lewd is making a lot of good calls so far. Out of the racers we're watching. We don't know where the other racers are, but from these 4, he's making a lot of good routing choices.
Absolutely. Finds the 5-arrow upgrade there in that chest, in the bridge chest. And he is not going to check the Vanilla Big Key location. He's going to skip that. And where is he going next? I think, he's heading out, I think. Oh, no, he's checking the big chest.
Yeah, he's heading over to the big chest and the 1 other chest over here by it.
Makes sense. The less keys you have to spend, the better. So that works out well for him. And the big chest, we find the single arrow. And another piece of heart for him. That gives him a heart upgrade, so that refills his health right when he needs it. But he is still opting to skip the big he's still opting to skip a chest, I think. Or is he going the long way around, I think?
He's going back around to avoid using keys. He's going to get to go over here and check the torch, the Vanilla Big Key. And I think that's the last 2 items. Yeah, these are the last 2 items. So once he checks this, he has to do the long wait time for the torch room. Oh,
ooh, ice rod!
Alright, so that almost kills our pedestal dream. It is very, very, very unlikely at this point.
Yeah, sadly. Oddly enough, he's going to have to do the hard way for the torch room since he does not have the fire rod to do the glitch.
Somebody's asking if that's go mode. Let's see.
Not yet.
I think he's missing 1 more key to T-Rock. And Fire Rod, right? Or, yeah, I think he's missing 1 more key to T-Rock as well. That's the item that nobody has found yet.
Though item-wise, we're in commentator's go mode since we do not need the mirror. So once he grabs that fire rod, he'll be in item go mode, but key-wise, he's still not. And we've got a small key to Ice Palace, which he does not need.
The T-Rock key that I'm talking about the one that's right after the laser bridge room that heads to Trinax.
All right, so LewdDolphin now going to make his way over to Vitreous. Going to get his 6th crystal, actually. So he's well on his way here.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. They're talking and they're trying to figure out how close to go mode everything is. I know Lewd is really close. I don't think he has the last T-Rock key, and if he does, all he needs to do is find that fire rod. If he doesn't, then he needs fire rod and a key. And I believe he's ready. I do.
Wait,
oh, go ahead.
Someone's saying we found mirror. Oh, Skullwood's big chest had the mirror.
Oh, that's a pretty good spot for it.
Yeah, very nicely done.
I do expect most of them will. Well, no, Skullwood's a pendant. I mean, it's not needed at this point unless Swamp is needed, but I mean, it's nice to have. It'll make his dungeon clearing a little faster.
Yeah, but with as close to go mode as we are, I don't suspect we're going to find much here in Skull Woods.
I'm wondering what he is missing. What has he not checked? He still doesn't have flute, so he hasn't been over to ice. I think that's the only thing he's really missing. I think Xert just needs to head over to Ice Palace. Oh, he doesn't have bombos.
Yeah, I believe that was a Zora item. There's a fairy in a bottle in the Myers shack, and in the other chest, there's another 300 rupees. He is done there. So he needs to go to Desert Palace in order to hit go mode item-wise. Nice quick kill there for Xirtanul taking out Mothula, and he gets a big 20 for his trouble.
I may have missed it, but on they're saying he's in presumptive go mode. Didn't Lewd and them already go through most of T-Rock and use their keys?
Most of them, yeah. But again, he needs that fire rod, and we know where it is. So if he's going to Turtle Rock, this is a huge time sink.
Yeah, that's true. He may. I don't know what he's going to check, because I thought he went all the way to Laser Bridge. Lewd got the boots out of Meyer. It was in the first chest in Meyer.
And actually, Chad is saying this is his first visit to Turtle Rock. Everyone else has been there, but he has not.
Okay, so if he hasn't been there, then this makes sense. He's looking for one item, and that completes his go mode. The issue is he's going to run himself out of keys looking for the fire rod.
Oh, we got a pedestal check. Just couch cash on the pedestal.
Rip pedestal.
Well, we kind of already knew that, but that just confirmed it.
Yeah, there was like almost no way. Now, the Lumberjack Aga 1 is still a possibility, depending on if he runs his keys out right here. Yeah, Silvers are in Desert on Torch, but if he doesn't need them, he probably won't think about going back and getting them, which hurts him in the long run because that's where Fire Rod is. Oh, that's true, isn't it? He doesn't have the Desert Palace small key yet. They're saying it was in T-Rock.
Ah, so he has to go through here. So this was a required double dip into Turtle Rock.
These big keys could lead him in the wrong direction too, though, because he got both the Skullwoods and Pod Key out of here.
Yeah, we know neither of those are going to come pay off at all, so that's going to be a waste of time. Xirtanul now taking Jeremiah, and he is going to check the Peg Cave. Since he's right there, we'll finally get to see what's in there. We know it ain't going to be anything important. At most, it's going to be a key for one of the unnecessary dungeons, and it's actually the Red Shield.
Okay, well, if he has all four big small keys, that's fine. He's still gonna have to make the gamble back to Desert though for that for the fire rod though. Like he's gonna be forced to double dip even without the keys.
Yeah, this will be the other runner's chance to catch up. And again, we don't know what the other runners outside of the stream are doing, so some of them could already be in go mode at this point. We do not know.
Yeah, as of right now, we have absolutely no finishers, so... I mean, it's still early for a Keysanity anyways. Average Keysanity is hour and a half plus.
And no, to answer your question in chat, no, you cannot soft lock yourself with sequence breaking. This game is designed to prevent all forms of soft locks, so that should not be happening in this game.
Yeah, the sequence break they're talking about, I actually was curious about that one too, because that one's an illogical sequence break. They're talking about dipping into the second half of Desert Palace, taking the first key from under the pot, and going back and using that to get into the small key room. So that one has actually interested me before too. So I see where chat's asking that at. I don't think it's possible either, because the one time I attempted it, I did end up finding the small key as well. It was just a little later than I used the key for.
Xirtanul now turned in the purple chest. Now I got to find anything there, and he's also going to check the Bombos tab. Let's see what that has, even though, again, we know it's not going to be essential. We know where all the items are at this point. We are in Commentator's Go mode. So we know that it's not going to be important, just a heart container. It's just a matter of finding the items.
Error actually checked Catfish as well. All that paid for him was a compass. So we have all these people searching for different items. Like you said, we know where all the pieces are. They just got to make the right plays and gambles. Now, what would you be feeling right there after finishing that laser bridge?
A little bit of worry, because now he's got to wonder, where does he go to find that fire rod?
You can see him thinking about it too.
Yeah.
And looks like he's making the right play.
If he is, yeah, if he's going to desert, he's going to be making the right play. And this works out doubly because he can pick up the silver arrows, which will make his fight with Ganon that much easier. So this really pays off for him. I mean, if you're going to be going to Desert Palace, you get those silver arrows along with potentially finding that fire rod.
Yep, here he goes, chat. As long as he goes through with it, he will be in go mode here in about probably less than 2 minutes.
He's getting his book. He's making the play. I suggest I'm going to try to mitigate my volume, but I suggest everyone watch your headphones because I'm about to call it.
And to answer your question, Mirror was in Skullwood's big chest.
Oh, and he's making the smart move. He's picking up his silvers first before checking for that fire because he's going to get what he knows he can get now. So he has his silver arrows. That's going to make his final fight with Ganon a lot easier. Saves him a bit of time. And now he's going to check that east side of desert, and he's going to be getting his fire rod. This works out really well for him. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, LewdDolphin has officially entered Go Mode!
So Chaz pointed out something to us. Apparently Xirtanul found the swamp small key. He is in swamp digging around.
Ooh, that's going to hurt him. That is a complete waste of time. There is not going to be anything there. That's going to hurt him in the long run. And actually, Haswarex, all I did was tilt my head and put my hand in front of the mic so that it wouldn't be too loud for you. I know I can be pretty loud sometimes, so I'm going to control myself for the sake of your ears.
Oh yeah, this is probably gonna lead Xirtanul all over the place. There's probably gonna be something in here. There's 10 total items in swamp that he can find. And there's still quite a few, like mushrooms missing, shovels missing, bug net, barnacane. You find something like that in there that can lead him somewhere way off the charts.
Yeah, it's going to take him on a very wild goose chase, so that's going to hurt him really badly, unfortunately. And as Chad is pointing out, yeah, the key to this race was not finding the mirror, because LewdDolphin never found it, and he ended up finding everything he needed, so that works out for him. Everyone else is going to be at risk of not checking the locations they need, because they're going to use that mirror thinking that that's going to be the key.
So I'm still unsure why he went into Swamp, though, when he does have Fire Rod. So having Fire Rod, he has Ice Palace access.
I think it's the idea that some racers don't like running Ice Palace if they can help it. And unfortunately, that's going to be what costs him this particular race.
Yeah, it's just I would always run Crystal prior to Pendant. The only exception in Keysanity that I usually do give is Pod, and that's just because Pod always has required items. But to be fair, I could see myself making that same play.
Well, since we're seeing some familiar locations here, I want to take this chance to remind you folks, if you're enjoying our runners here, make sure you give LewdDolphin, dude52089, ErirorPS, and Xirtanul, all of them a follow on Twitch. Show some love, because these guys have been racing their butts off for your entertainment. And of course, all of the other runners that we are not seeing, make sure you follow them as well if you can, because, man, they deserve it for all the hard work they're giving you.
And just a heads up while we're checking stuff, we do have another race coming up at, I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern, and that will be in open mode.
Yes, we have an 8 p.m. open mode race here on Speed Gaming, and at 11 we have a Triforce Randomizer race, meaning that it's a Triforce hunt looking for Triforce pieces, and the enemies will be randomized. Also, thank you to Slim Reynolds for the Twitch Prime sub. Your support is much appreciated, my friend. All right, so LewdDolphin now on his way to Trinax, and this works out really good because he's right next to Ganon's Tower. He has the big key. He'll be able to quickly finish that up and make his way to Ganon. So he is in prime position to win this race.
So we don't get to play the Ganon's Tower guessing game in this seed, but maybe we can find something else to guess on. Maybe just bonks or something like that for Lewd.
Which won't be a very high number, all things considered. And with that Tempered Sword, LewdDolphin will be able to quickly finish off Trinax here, so this works out really good.
We really got to find something for Keysanity to play around with, since there's no Ganon's Tower key guess.
Well, technically, we can still do the game, which is, instead of doing it now, we would do it at the start of the race, determining where the key would be hiding.
Yeah, GT Big Key was really early. It was, oh, I don't even remember. They found it within, like, the first, 30-40 minutes.
Yeah. But with that, LewdDolphin finishes off Trinax rather quickly, and he is on his way to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I think the chat's right. I think it was first just in Pod.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Xirtanul finally making the play on Ice Palace. He's back on the right track now. And Dude is now taking on Vitreous.
Yeah, he's gonna find Flute off of this, which will lead him to Mire, which will lead him to Ice Run and Go mode. The only thing he's got going for him over the other competitors right now is he's actually got Butter.
Yeah, where do you find? Oh, you find that in swamp?
Yeah, he either found it in swamp or on one of his mirror checks. So it paid off a little bit. Now here's the part for people like Dude who already have Fire Rod. Are they gonna go back to get the silver arrows?
That is a very good question. We may only LewdDolphin may be the only person who ends up doing a silver Ganon, which, given that he's already in the lead, is huge for him, because that means he's almost guaranteed to finish this off much more quickly than the other runners will. So that's going to pay off for him.
I don't expect Dude's gonna go for it because he doesn't even have mirror.
No, it's between Eriror and Xirtanul whether or not they actually go for that the silvers. But even then, that's a very slim shot.
And as we guess, Dude's heading up to Mountain Tower. Oh, nope, fluting away.
You still got to finish Thieves Town first.
Oh, that's true.
And since, I'd rather do Thieves Town first, save Turtle Rock for last. That way you could just go right to Ganon's Tower from there. I wouldn't go to get to GT or to a TT just yet.
Well, he was heading up the mountain cave. Oh, he's heading to desert. He's going to get his arrows.
Okay, then. Hey, not a bad call to make.
Yeah, Lewd has made really good reads in this race, chat. He's made the right dungeon calls right time, put off the dungeons till the right time. Yeah, he had to double dip T-Rock, but I mean, that's almost the only thing he had to double dip, which for Keysanity is insanely good.
Yeah, it's one thing I've always said about Randomizer in general, and it definitely applies here, is that the way these runs can be determined is based on what routes you take, what gambles you make, and more importantly, which of those pays off. And for LewdDolphin, it has paid off in spades with his routing.
No, he didn't manage the one cycle on Lamolus, and he's missed the next one too.
Yeah, he picked up the fairy from the bunny beam, so that kind of reset the RNG on Lanmo too. So that's why he had a little extra trouble with it. But he needed the health, so that was more important.
I'm actually not sure. Did he double dip pod? I didn't think he had to go back in.
He had a double dip pod because you have to get the Desert Palace key from it.
No, Desert Palace Small Key was in T-Rock. That was on Laser Bridge. I'm trying to think of why he had to do pod double dip. Was it Desert Palace Big Key?
No, it was a small key for Desert Palace. You needed the Desert Palace small key from pod in order to get the Fire Rod.
Anyways, he is through the gauntlet. He is on his way to Trolldorm 2. Yeah, Desert Palace was the other double dip. That's true. Yeah, Laser Bridge T-Rock.
And technically, they didn't have to double dip Desert Palace because they didn't need anything from there. It was Turtle Rock that was the required double dip.
And
nice Trolldom too.
Yeah, quick dispatch.
So no trolling for Trolldorm in either capacity. There's the bug net in the final chest.
Well, at least he validated, which I'm actually surprised he validated given that no one's finished yet.
Yeah. Also, just a little note, the whole idea of the validation chest is a joke, so for anyone who's new here, don't take that too seriously.
Oh, I'm a little depressed right now. He validated to get the bug net and he's not even using it.
Oh, now that's just a shame. But he is gonna nice triple
nice
there.
Triple.
Oh, but it turns around immediate karma as he gets 0 on that third run. But he gets the kill, takes down Agatu, and now it's time for the big pig. And he is in prime shape. He could very well be winning this race. Nobody has done yet in the SRL chat, so he could be in the lead right now.
This is a very quick time for Keysanity too. He's just over 130. He's gonna finish this sub 140 unless he takes a fall. Which with silvers, unless he gets an unlucky hit by a fire bat, I doubt he's gonna fall.
Yeah, he's in prime shape here. We're gonna let you know if anyone else dot sense before then, but yeah, it's looking like this could be a LewdDolphin all the way. Not only on our screen here, but in general. Again, nobody is dot done yet. Though I'm sure there's a couple of runners who are close. We don't, we have not seen anyone win this yet, so this could be anyone's race. Let's see what happens. And in terms of health, LewdDolphin's in prime position because not only does he have a good amount of health, he does have blue mail and a blue potion. So health is not going to be an issue for him.
And he's already about to enter the final phase of Ganon. This is going to be very quick. He's going to finish probably around 137, maybe just over.
Yeah. We're
maybe
watching the
just
SRL
under.
chat very closely, so let's see how this goes. If you're supporting LewdDolphin, now's the time to cheer him on because he could very well win this entire race. Does not get the torch glitch, so he's got half magic. He's got plenty of it, and he's got the silver arrow, so he's in good shape here.
That's it. 3. One more, and that's it. That's gonna do it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, LewdDolphin has won the entire race.
Official SRL time of 136.49. Might want to see if you can get him in here for an interview because that was an amazing time.
I'm asking him as we speak.
That is a sick Keysanity chime chat. I would give him major props for that. I very rarely see a sub 140 in Keysanity just because of all the required double dips.
And LewdDolphin now joining us here in the channel. Congratulations there.
Thank you. I am shocked. I've not really ever won a big SRL race, so I'm shocked.
What can you say? You made every right decision, every right play. You put off everything the right time, and your time is just great.
It's my Keysanity PB, but I've only ran like 8 Keysanity seeds. But still, I'm pretty happy.
As you should be, man. That was an amazing race. In actuality, the true determination of this race, the fact that you never got the mirror. Which,
oh, really?
Yeah, because Xirtanul has the mirror now, as does Eriror, who are two of the other runners we're watching, along with dude52089, and they're the bottom two, Eriror and Xirtanul. They found the mirror, and Xirtanul, that threw him off because he went to Swamp Palace.
Oh, really? I never even got the Swamp Small Key.
Yeah.
Yeah, closest one to you right now is actually Dude, who's just now entering T-Rock again. So he just went in the front door, and he still has to down try next.
Ah. Yeah, so the mandatory double dip of TR though, that was pretty fun. I always joke about like how Turtle Rock always has the answers, and then I got a bunch of like keys, and then I said Turtle Rock has all the keys.
Indeed.
Turtle Rock is all the fetch quests.
And also, we can report now GamerCal just finished up in second place with a time of 1:39.14. Nicely done for GamerCal.
Improved his personal best by 14 minutes.
Nicely done. Oh, and I think he took a Ganon fall. That's with a Ganon fall, it looks like. So if it hadn't been for that, he might have beaten you.
Oh. Well then.
So as a question,
was pretty clean. I was happy. Like I got the single cycle, the first 2 phases with Tempered Sword.
Yeah, you were really clean on pretty much all your execution. The one question I had is, I saw you twiddling right after you got out of the Turtle Rock, debating where you were going. What made you decide desert was the play? Because I was worried you might have went for one of the big keys.
Because I knew that silvers were in desert and there were 2 chests in addition to it, so I thought, you know, if it doesn't have anything, I'll at least have silvers out of it.
Oh yeah, it was definitely the right play. It was just I was curious about your thought because I could see you mulling on it for a second as soon as you save quit out of T-Rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All
there
right,
was some decision I had to make there.
Yep, and we can confirm now Ink Nun just finished with a time of 1:40.40, and Monochi just finished with 1:40.47, who also improved his PB by a full 5 minutes.
So that's 4 finishes, 4 new PBs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes me wish I'd race this seed. I might have improved mine.
Oh, but what a race from you guys. This was a fun race to watch. You guys did an amazing job. And yeah, again, you just made all the right calls.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of the other runners who are still catching up. You know, Xirtanul still has to finish Misery Mire along with Turtle Rock, and Eriror is working on that as well. So yeah, you got a hell of a race on your side.
Yeah, when I got the pod key from Aghanim's tower, I was like, okay, let's go check pod. And it didn't have, like, the second key didn't give me anything extra, but it did give me the mitts, or pod did have the mitts, which opened up some more.
Yeah, and pod also did have the key to Ganon's tower, which made things a lot easier for you. If you had not gotten the pod, you would have probably been behind. Thankfully, everyone ran pod, so that didn't really hurt you at all, nor did it cost you anything by, you know, because you actually went there and got it.
It's certainly awkward figuring out when to route in pod because, you know, if you don't have enough keys, you can't check all the chests, and you sometimes don't want to have to double or triple dip if you don't have enough keys to check all the chests.
Yeah, I've been talking to them about my experiences with Keysanity, especially pod, and I was telling them it feels like a lot of times it makes you double dip pod because it usually has Titan's bits in it, along with a couple other required items in the backside.
And we can report Yakimoth is just finishing 5th place with a time of 1:42.37 and improved his PB by 5 minutes.
Let's see how many PBs we get this race. It'd be interesting to see if everybody get a PB from it.
I'm telling you, this is working out really nice for him.
To be fair, the seed wasn't too trolling. The only thing that trolled, like he was telling you, the only thing that's trolling Xirtanul and Eriror is the fact they found the mirror. So Eriror went and completely finished Skullwoods, and Xirtanul with the mirror not only finished Skullwoods, but ended up finding the Swamp Palace small key. So he even went in there and full cleared Swamp Palace.
Yeah. And once again, we comment Big Dunka just finished in 6th place with 1:43.05.
No PB though.
No. And he's commenting in here calling that the triple. I guess he had to do a lot of triple dipping on his end.
So, Lewd, anything you particularly liked or hated about this scene?
Early sword and cape and lamb made it seem like Aghanim not necessarily was needed, but his tower would have something, which made me laugh.
When you guys found that and the first castle tower key, I was crossing my fingers that you would find the second key.
He's not kidding.
Especially with Lumberjack having a small key, I was like, come on, please. Make that be like Swamp Palace small key and a required item be in the swamp.
Yeah, but fortunately for everybody, the only thing that we found out of Swamp Palace was the last sword upgrade. Xirtanul's the only one who's got Butter Sword going in.
Where was that mirror?
Where was
Skullwood's big chest.
Oh. And Skullwood's big key was in TR, so yeah, that would have been a...
Yeah, so if you had made one of your other 2 decisions. I don't remember, somebody checked pod big key too. I think it was just like a piece of heart or something. But like I said, you made the complete right call, because if you went and checked Skullwoods, you might have been on one of their paths.
So Xirtanul finishing up Misery Mire, getting his crystal from Vitrius, while Dude is now working his way up Ganon's tower as we speak. He's going through the gauntlet right now. Ooh. How did you feel about your Ganon's tower run?
I felt pretty fine, except skeletons are my arch nemesis. So I started rage bombosing.
I like that. Yeah, I've started using fire out and stuff a lot more on the Stalfos.
Yeah, I probably should, but I mean, you have the bow out from the mimics previously, so I've been trying to incorporate bow shenanigans in those rooms, but it's a little annoying when they keep moving left, right, and then they're on conveyor belts, so their like movement is even weirder.
Yeah, and you had a pretty clean run up Ganon's tower. Like your Troll 2 was pretty good. Your Aghanim 2 was good. Your Lamb Mole missed a couple arrows on the first cycle, but we think that's because you got that fairy in the room 4.
Yeah, that's decent. But I also had like 1 heart. I didn't want to use up the fairy I had in my bottle because that takes up more time than just taking out the powder and taking that fairy, I think.
Yeah, and that worked out for you. You had that bottle for Ganon, even though you didn't need it, but having that on hand made it a little bit easier on that regard. So I think you made the right call on that.
Zert shouldn't miss it. They're saying Zert may miss Ice Rod, but I think he's heading toward it right now, isn't he? It's in this north chest.
Yeah, I believe so. So I think that's why he went and double dipped it, because he was already finished it. But there's the Ice Rod, so he's good to go. He is officially in go mode now.
Yeah, that leaves everybody. Well, no, Error's about to be. He's about 1 second away.
Yeah, he's right behind him. He gets his Ice Rod. All of our runners on stream now are officially in go mode, and I doubt there's that many behind him that are not in go mode. So, and Andy just finished in 7th place with a time of 1:47.32, and he improved his PB by 5 minutes.
I don't think there was anything particularly trolly about this seed, though. Your guys' T-Rock double dip was probably the worst thing in the seed.
Did Thieves Town have anything in the beginning? I don't remember.
It had a big key to, I want to say, like, desert or somewhere. And I think it had 2 keys in the beginning. I think it had 2 big keys.
Okay. It might have been a double dip Thieves Town, I guess. I don't remember what the Thieves Town big key was.
Yeah, it was. A lot of people went in, got the 4 chests, came back out, and went in the back. But the back half had absolutely just nothing. Xirtanul's still checking. What is he looking for?
I honestly don't know. He's still digging through Misery Mire. He's not finding anything else. We know there's nothing else left to find. But he is checking everything. And that's just costing him more and more time.
Well, I guess I really have lost on some of his race. Did he look in desert and know that silvers are on the torch?
I don't know if he did or not, but either way, well, he's going to find out right now. He's heading to desert as we speak.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the only thing I can think, but unless he just forgot for a second, that's the only thing I can think he's looking for. Like, he literally doesn't need anything. But he's going to get his silvers now.
Yeah, which means all of our runners will have gotten them. And it looks like Dude is now finishing up Agate 2. He's on his way now to get some bacon.
So he had almost a 3-minute lead on Gamer, but like he said, that means you two were almost dead even close. You two were probably synced up until he fell on Ganon.
You wouldn't know just watching the mainstream.
Yeah, but with that 3-minute difference, I mean, literally they were probably entering Ganon almost exactly at the same time. A Gamer could have been a couple seconds ahead and then fell, and that made a 3-minute difference because he ran out and had to run back up and restart the fight.
Okay, what is Xirtanul doing? He's in go mode. What is he thinking? What is he missing?
I don't even know where he's going at this point. Oh, interesting to see where he goes. He's going north.
Did he not check Bumper Cave? Is that where he's going? Oh no, he's checking Graveyard.
Yeah, he's gonna check bonk rocks and stuff, but what is he looking for?
Yeah, he's got everything. Did he forget to add something to his tracker or something? What does he think he's missing? 'Cause he's got everything he needs.
Unless he thinks, maybe he accidentally thinks that, no, he's double dipped. He's dipped into T-Rock. I don't know what he thinks he's missing.
Well, he gets red mail for it, so that's nice to find. But again, he's got everything he needs. Yeah, I guess he thinks he forgot something, but I don't know what.
Yeah, he has to be thinking he's missing something somewhere. I'm surprised he hasn't just pulled up his items. Oh, we got another finisher. Dude officially finished with a SRL time of 1:51:29. Improved his personal best by 42 minutes and 42 seconds. Congratulations, dude. That's a big improvement. Oh, that's true. Is Xirtanul missing a key or something? But with all the dungeons he's done, I don't think so. And we're gonna see if we can get Dude in here as well, along with since we have Lewd in here, and we're still waiting on 2 more runners. Yeah, Lewd, we were all hoping for some kind of troll, either pedestal seed, AGA 1 required, something, but the seed was fairly nice to you guys.
Yeah.
At the time I needed Fire Rod, I knew it wasn't a pedestal seed anymore. I mean, Ice Rod could have been on the pedestal. I think that was like the second to last item I needed. But when Fire Rod was the go mode item, because Skull was required, that made it a little nicer.
Yeah, I had miscounted keys earlier, so I was thinking there was still a possibility that a T-Rock key was needed. But I had miscounted. You guys already had all 4.
Yeah. All right, Dude's not going to be able to join us in the chat. He's got too much background noise going on, so he doesn't want to interrupt anything. But we can also confirm that Wayne has just finished up in 9th place with a time of 1:53:04. And poor Xirtanul, he's still searching. Can someone check his stream and see, check his personal stream to see if his tracker's missing something?
I mean, he's gonna go get his bombos. Oh, he's missing the small key on the ledge at Zora.
Oh, that's what's throwing him off.
Because that was a T-Rock key, wasn't it?
Yeah, that explains everything. He needs that last key. Oh, that hurt him hard. Question in the chat. Red mail was in the bonk cave. Nobody checked that until Xirtanul just checked it.
It'll be a nice safety to have since this is kind of a low health seed. Yeah, that's what he was looking for. You see him slashing. He could have had that a long time ago.
Frustration slashes.
He's on the right track now. He's on his way up to T-Rock and go mode.
Gamer Cal in the chat was worried this one might happen, and now we've got Sigma, who's just finished in 10th place with a time of 1:54:40. I'm going to stop calling other runners at this point because we've got our top 10. I will call the times for Erior and Xirtanul once they get through, but that's pretty much our main team. And also Sigma finished his personal best, up to his PB by an extra 4 minutes exactly. So nice stuff there.
Yeah, that's true, Lewd. Like I'm a Keysanity runner too. I run Keysanity in open. And there's times where, because I don't know certain jumps, I don't know hammer jump, it has forced me to triple dip dungeons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we can report the Mechanix has forfeited the race on his end, unfortunately, so he is out.
We do have another good PB, though. We have somebody who just finished to improve their PB about 37.24. So
Yeah,
almost a 40-minute upgrade.
Haha Cell just improved their PB. Yeah, a full 37 minutes. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about Dudes earlier. Dudes was almost a 40-minute improvement. Dude saying he almost checked Ped for chat. Somebody actually did check Ped. It was just Couch Cash.
Just Couch Cash.
They're saying it looks like when Mach X was forfeited, he was over by AGA 1.
Ooh, geez, that's not fun.
He must have missed something. And that happens a lot, especially in Keysanity. You'll lose track of something, you won't track something right, or you'll just forget a spot. We all do it. And that'll end up throwing your whole race off by forgetting one spot. I know one time in Kakariko, well, I bombed the wall, never went in to check it, and Fire Rod was in there.
Oh, that's fun. And yeah, dude, yeah, the Skullwood's big chest had the mirror, so yeah, missing out on that actually saved you a lot of time. That's what actually gave Lewd here the victory, was he didn't check that, and that kept him on track to get the items he actually needed.
Yeah, you and Lewd both made the right play coming out of T-Rock to go straight to Desert. Or no, you actually already had Fire Rod. That's right, you were one of the ones that double dipped it. You ended the game in a sequence break.
All right, so Erior now working on AGA 2 at this point. Gets a nice early hit there. I think that was a triple, but at the very least it was a double.
Oh, okay. He's saying he's pretty much everybody did though, dude. When you get that small key, that's almost normal to run Ice Palace that way. It's not really. I don't even know if that's considered a sequence break really anymore. Just because it's so popular.
In the logic, it certainly would be a sequence break. It will never account for bomb jumps. That being said, everyone is going to do the Ice Palace bomb jump in Keysanity.
Yeah, it's one of those, everyone does it.
Yeah, I was telling them that you guys got the Ice Palace small key really early, and I was telling them that would make me extremely happy, especially if I found out Ice Palace was required, because that just means you do the bomb jump and the whole dungeon's free at that point.
I don't think you even need a small key.
You need the small key to go through that right door to get to all those chests, if you don't have hookshot.
Yeah, if you don't have hookshot, right. If you
otherwise...
you just need hookshot.
Well, no, otherwise, don't you have to do a bomb jump downstairs?
I
think you have to do a second bomb jump because you can't get past the tiles if you do the bomb jump. And you don't have big key. If you have big key, that's circumvents it. Yeah, there's a couple different ways that can lock you up. That small key is like instant, just easy mode.
Just do all the bomb jumps. In fact, your only movement shall be bomb jumps.
I still gotta learn a couple. I really need to learn that hammer jump from someone, because that one I've told is the hardest one, and I've got most of the rest of them down. You look like you got it pretty good your first try, though.
Yeah, I've practiced it a bit. It's all about, looking for the right pixel as every jump is, but at least you can pause buffer as much as you need to. Doing it first try super fast, that's the hard part.
Alright, well, Error is finished, and he also got a PB. And he finished with a 159.53, improving his PB by 136.
Yep, getting official SRL time 1:59:53, and he will be joining us shortly once he gets his Discord restarted. So we'll be talking to him here shortly. As Xirtanul now working on Trinex, he's about on his way near the end as well. So what a race!
Yeah, this is a pretty fun race to watch overall. It was nice to watch people make different decisions. Some misled, some were completely correct. In your case, Lude, literally, I don't think you made a wrong decision the entire race.
That's what it felt like. Everything paid off.
All right, Error joining us now in the channel. GG, my friend.
Yo, GG. That was a very big bait in Skullwoods right there. I don't think I needed a mirror the entire race, did I?
No,
you did not. LewdDolphin actually never needed it, never got it.
Yeah, that felt pretty bad. Because I was planning to go to Ice Palace right after Skullwoods, right? If nothing was there. But then I found the mirror, I was like, I might as well check some overworld stuff, because that's easy. It's like, yeah. And then Ice Palace had everything.
well, see,
because
go ahead.
Before that, I thought my routing was actually pretty fine. Like going into TR, finding some stuff there. But that mirror, that just destroyed everything.
Turtle Rock had all the keys.
Yeah, see the difference for you is you guys went and did this big. You and Xirtanul did a different route where you guys ended up going to Skullwoods after I think you dipped into T-Rock the first time. The other two, that was their first stop in Dark World. They went over there and instantly went to Skullwoods, so they'd already cleared everything but the big chest in the back half.
Yeah, that was my second time in Skullwoods as well. I did do a first dip right there.
Okay, you did end up double dipping it? I didn't notice if you ended up double dipping it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well there's still 3 chests there, the fire rod might have unlocked something. This could be okay. But, yeah.
Don't worry, you weren't the only one that got baited though. Xirtanul got baited hard.
Because
he actually ran Swamp Palace when he found the mirror, and that cost him a lot of time. The only thing he got out of it was the butter sword.
What's the swamp small key on the floating island?
It was either that or it was in one of the. Honestly, we were watching Lude and them finish up, and all of a sudden someone in chat said he was in Swamp, so we looked down, and literally, sure enough, he was in Swamp Palace. So I'm guessing it was either there or it was on one of the couple mirror ledges, like around Graveyard.
Yeah, it wasn't Graveyard. I think it was just a big 20 or a bunch of bombs actually. Not a piece of heart. It was something irrelevant because I did go to Graveyard ledge. But yeah, because I figured it was okay since I needed 3 things anyway, like Feastown Big Key, Flute, and Ice Rod. But yeah, Ice Palace led to everything, right? So that felt really bad once I actually dipped in there. Because I figured it wasn't in the logic, because I didn't have the big key for Ice Palace yet, so I didn't really think I needed to go in there.
Okay, they're saying that it was an overworld spot after the mirror.
Right, yeah.
Dude said something about Magic Bat.
Oh, that's right. That had it.
I'm pretty sure it didn't, because unless I think they had a big key for Swamp Palace actually. Because I did go to bed really early because I found the power.
Honestly, they were asking in chat, that small key in Lumberjack is probably one of the ones that you don't need for like Misery Mire or Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I was pretty worried when I saw that one.
We were telling Lude, we were praying, because I told them at the beginning, I was like, let them find Cape, Lamp, and both Castle Tower keys. And you guys found 3 of them, like, almost right off the bat.
Yeah. I checked those first 2 chests really early as well.
Yeah, it had a pod small key, which drew me to pod. And even though I didn't need that small key to get what pod had, it at least put me in that direction.
Yeah, I think I went in there with 3 keys. I really feel awkward with bot and Keysanity because there's so many different options and it always feels like you make the wrong one with the doors that you open.
It's always a gamble, and you're always going to make the wrong gamble.
It's like, do I really feel like triple dipping bot today, or shall I wait for a few more keys? Yeah. Luckily, I only needed one trip there, but.
And Xirtanul just had a very clean finish to Moldorm 2. So he's almost to the end here. He's got his bug net. I was very sad, Lude. You picked up the bug net from validation and did not use it.
Yeah, I guess I could have used that on that. Oh my gosh. That would have been amusing.
A good thing you didn't, though, with GamerCal being as close to you as he was. You might not have gotten that very, very beautiful triple. Actually, I think all three of you ended up getting a triple on one of the phases.
Yeah, the first one was pretty free. The second one could have been a triple, but...
Zert's gotten 2 doubles off a bug net.
Oh, he is using it. Wow.
Yeah, he's gotten he got a double and then missed.
That was the same one that I missed.
There he goes. You got double, single.
The one thing I was happy with was that I managed to do the Crystal's own thing in Spike Cave with 7 hearts.
Is that where you lay a bomb down so you get bomb jumped past the spike?
Yeah.
That's a nice trick.
Yeah, we saw you do that kind of early too. I don't know if everybody ended up checking Spike Cave. I know a couple people did, but I know you checked it super early.
Yeah, it was right after the Tower of Hera.
And Ganon fight is going with Butter Sword, so this is gonna be short. He's got butter and silver.
And red mail to top things off, so he is as geared as you can be for this Ganon fight.
Swamp Palace was totally worth it.
He cleared all of Swamp Palace, and I think the gold sword was actually in the back half too.
Ooh, gotta be careful there. He almost fell off the ledge.
I saw that. I was crossing my fingers for him. He hit him hard.
You evil man!
I was crossing my fingers for him not to fall. Okay, I don't like seeing people fall in Canon. I like the regular trolls that troll everybody. Ooh, he almost hit
got
a
a triple there.
And this is gonna be it for Xert. Yeah, there it is. And his official time is 2 hours, 8 minutes, 32 seconds. Oh, we had another good PB. Reg got a PB upgrade of 20 minutes, 20 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah, I know dude's listening to us, dude. You had one of the best PB upgrades. Congratulations. That was a 40-something minute upgrade for you.
And that was the real race. So he wins.
Xirtanul now joining us here in the channel. GG, Xirtanul.
Hey guys, thanks.
Oh, GG.
GG.
So, how about that last Turtle Rock big small key trolling you there?
For some reason, I wish I hadn't checked the vanilla key chest, but it was so muscle memory from the normal
Xirtanul now
ones.
joining us here in the channel. GG, Xirtanul.
At the end, I was like, why did I do that? Now I have to find one more key.
GG.
How did you feel about your being trolled by the mirror?
So, how about that last
What was
Turtle
mirror
Rock big
again? I
small
really
key
can't
trolling
remember.
you there?
Skullwood's
Skullwood's
big
big chest.
Skullwood's big chest, yeah. Well, I was actually waiting for me to get fire on to get back there, but I don't think I had big key when I got first in there, so... But I think it was okay. I think the worst part was when I entered Swamp Palace and I found
How
the
did you feel
vanilla
about your
small
being
key and I
trolled
just
by the
couldn't
mirror?
completely clear it, but I didn't find anything there.
Oh, it was a vanilla smoky again.
Go
God,
with
it
the
happens
chest.
way too often, I swear.
Yeah, you had a really good. Everybody had a really good execution. Like, especially like that you were the one who picked up the validation bug net and actually used it. You actually got a double off of it from the first two.
Well, if you find something in random, might as well use it, right? But the thing that actually had me scared was that the Lumberjack Cave had a small key as well, and I was just hoping that that small key was not for T-Rock.
Yeah, that would be bad.
You'll hear it. I wished Aga won on you guys the entire race.
He did.
And we got so much for it early as well. Just sword, cape, small key. Oh my god. It's gonna happen, isn't it?
Yeah, and lamp. You guys got lamp too. Like, you guys got all 4 of those items within probably your first like 10 checks. And literally, you were missing the second key from making that a true possibility. Well, the second key in boots.
Yeah, I was kind of worried that boots were actually stuck somewhere in the bottom of GT after I found the silvers on the torch. I mean, I could do silverless fine, but having silvers is just a lot more comfortable.
Well, knowing where they are is not the problem, but knowing that they require boots is way worse indeed.
Yeah.
Well, because boots could have literally been anywhere. It wasn't a bit because the way Keysanity runs, boots aren't required for any race, so they could have even been pedestal.
Yeah, I actually checked pedestal, and I was happy that it was on the couch cache, so I knew I didn't have to full clear everything.
Yeah, I think you were the only one of the four that we saw that actually checked the pedestal. Everyone else kind of skipped that, which obviously didn't hurt nothing in the end. But oh man, that would have been bad.
I did check it after I beat Mafia though. So I did know it wasn't required, but
Oh,
yeah.
I must have missed that. My bad.
Yeah, the only time I ever really bother checking the pedestal is if I beat Mafia and I have mirror and I have book.
Yeah, that was basically it. And well, we found mirror in Skull Woods, so it was the perfect bait.
That works.
Yeah, dude. And I was actually happy that T-Rock was my final crystal as well, because I didn't know whether, Pod or T-Rock was my final crystal, so I just was like, okay, I can clear Pod now, let's just hope it's not dependent.
There was something that actually told you guys that T-Rock was dependent.
Yeah, the bomb vendor, but I just, I completely forgot about talking to him.
Yeah, because somebody told you that both T-Rock and Eastern Palace were the Fat Fairy crystals.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you guys got to where T-Rock was your last dungeon, we knew Fat Fairy wasn't required either.
I'm still wondering where that mushroom and shovel were, though.
GT.
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
GT or the end of Pod. Nobody cleared Pod.
Yeah, one of you guys did. I think one of you did clear Pod because I remember seeing Helmsar.
Nobody's got the clear for it.
I
Weird.
didn't do Big Chest and Helmasaur, I cleared everything else.
Oh, maybe I just misread something. Oh, you know what? I saw somebody go into Pod. That I think I saw you go back into Pod, or somebody did, but then they exited out before they ended up full clearing it.
For chat, the 11 p.m. race is a Triforce Hunt Randomizer. I think you have to get 30 out of the 40 hidden Triforce pieces.
Yeah, that's what it shows on the schedule. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays, especially with the Randomizer in play. I've seen Randomizer races. That gets insane. So look forward to that later on. And of course, we also have our tournament going on as well for open mode. Actually, let me double check the schedule on that so you can see what's going on that end. Because you definitely don't want to miss out on that as well. A lot of good races on that side. Looks like we've got, actually, we're halfway into our next current race right now between Amazing Impros and Gem happening over on Speed Gaming 2. So you don't want to miss out on that. And then we've got at least 3 races going on tomorrow in our main tournament. And then in our secondary tournament, we've actually got 1 race tomorrow at noon. So, or no, at midnight tonight. So don't miss out on that. So any final words from you guys before we sign off?
GG.
Keysanity is weird.
Yeah. I can
My
admit it,
favorite
but-
part of Keysanity is when you enter GT and you just go straight up.
Yeah, that was my favorite part as well. But the worst part is every single time you don't have a big key, for example, for Ice, that was like, well, Ice Palace Big Chest is standing there, like having an item.
It's like telling you, like you just feel that the ice shot's right in there.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah,
I was actually happy that it went back into Mire for that Ice Rod.
Yeah, I was like, okay, should I just rush Vitreous? And then afterwards, I actually just checked checkerboard just in case, because I didn't do that beforehand. That cost me a bit of time. But I was like, okay, Mission Wire still has so many items. It has to be. Something has to be there. But yeah, next time I would like the mirror to actually be useful.
Well,
No, sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say the same thing you were. I was about to say, well, thank you guys for the run. You guys all did an amazing job. And it was a pleasure doing commentary on your races.
It was a pleasure racing. I look forward to listening to your guys' commentary.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think we did our best for you here, but yeah, shout out to all of our runners here. Make sure you give them a follow on Twitch. Links are in the chat as we speak. Also, shout out to our trackers, Dude and Junior Biff 18. Make sure you give them some support as well. And of course, myself and my co-commentator, IB Karma. Karma, it was a pleasure working with you, sir.
Thank you as well. First time, so hopefully it went okay.
I think you did just fine, my friend. Thank you to everybody for watching. Make sure you follow us on all of our channels, Speed Gaming 1 through 4, Randomadia 1 through 4, ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4, all of our channels. Make sure you follow all of those for all the exciting action. In the meantime, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. As I always like to say, rock on, guys.